kiri siwe boogera mu luyimba olw'eggwanga. Ekifaananyi oba akatambi k'olaba ku screen eddakiika eno mukwano gwange, katambi akabaddewo ng'ennaku z'omwezi 10 January omwaka 2026, lunaku olw'eggulo olunaku olwabadde olwa Saturday. Kugumu ku mikolo egyabadde wali essembabule, mwana muwala amanyiddwa nga Nina Roz bamukutte ku nkoona era ne bamugamba situka vaawo wano, genda
bamukubye.
Ekikolwa abangi kye batunuulidde ku mutimbagano ng'ekikolwa ekyandiba nti mwana muwala Nina Roz yasosoddwa wakati nga yabadde ayambadde enkoofiira eya NUP oba enkoofiira eya People Power giyite Red Beret. Abamu ku bakulu ababadde ku mukolo guno bazze ne bamukwata ku mukono ne bamugamba vaawo wano, genda. Nina Roz oluvannyuma lw'ekikolwa ekyamukoleddwako avuddeyo olunaku olwaleero n'annyonnyola butuufu binafusi ensonga eyamuleetedde okubeera nti bamugoba ku mukolo. Abamu ne bagamba, Nina Roz, what exactly happened? Mu writing gy'ataddewo annyonnyola n'agamba nti today I was forcefully and violently dragged out of a peaceful campaign by Kabuganda, a known relative of Museveni. I came with nothing but words of hope and a message for a better Uganda. I neither provoked nor threatened anyone, yet I was treated like a criminal in my own country. This is the level of intimidation and fear they are using to silence anyone who dares to speak for the people. But we shall not be broken. Uganda belongs to all of us. And no amount of violence will stop the wave of change. Stop the violence. We are not rebels. People power. Our power. Nina Roz mukunnyonnyola ng'agamba nti yakakiddwa era n'asitulwa n'aggyibwa ku mukolo guno mu kifuba oba ku maanyi.
Bamukola ka bamusitula
Kabuganda alina oluganda ku President Museveni. Wabula ye Nina Roz agamba nti yazze na bigambo bya ssuubi n'ebigambo eby'obubaka obw'enkyukakyuka era nti talina muntu gwe yalumbaganye yadde okusooka oba okubeera nti asekeeterera. Wabula agamba nti engeri gye yayisiddwa ng'omumenyi w'amateeka mu ggwanga erirye, n'agamba nti yeeno levo y'okubeera nti batiisibwa era n'okutya kwe babateekamu. Wabula agamba nti bino tebisobola kubanga bisirisa eddoboozi eri abantu abaagala okuba nti boogera ku lw'enkyukakyuka. Era Nina Roz n'agamba nti tajja kumenyeka era tajja kubanga amenyebwa olw'ensonga nti Uganda egwana era ekulemberwa oba esuubira okubeera nti buli munnansi agikulembera n'okuba nti agyeyagaliramu. N'agamba nabwe ekito tewaliwo mbeera ya kutiisibwa egenda kubanga ekolebwa okubeera ng'ebayimiriza bo ng'abaagala enkyukakyuka. Hashtag n'agamba mulekeraawo obumenyi bw'amateeka. N'agamba tetuli batemu oba tetuli batujju. N'agamba people power, our power. So ke katambi Nina Roz akalabikidde ku mitimbagano nga bamugoba okuva ku mikolo. Wabula alumiriza omukulu alina oluganda ku president w'eggwanga okubeera nti yabadde mu kino kyonna. Kati we tweyongerayo still nga tukyali ku nsonga zezimu. Omukulu gw'olaba ku screen amanyiddwa nga Mijwala yakubiddwa bubi nnyo nti ekifaananyi bakukiteekayo nga kiri mu langi eyakirira obulungi ne vidiyo eno YouTube nkakasa bukakasa yandibadde egimaamulayo. Gayo ono bamukubye ne bamuzimbya a heartbreaking act of political violence. The LC3 chairman Mijwala, a servant of the people, was viciously beaten by Kabuganda, who said to be a relative of Museveni. I was personally manhandled and disrespected. not because we provoked anyone, but simply because we dared to campaign under a different symbol for a different future. Nina Roz ng'annyonnyola n'agamba nti olunaku olwaleero we tubadde tukuba kampeyini zaffe mu bulungi ate tulabye embeera emenya n'omutima oba eyennyikaza emmeeme oluvannyuma lw'okubeera nti era tutuusiddwako obulumbaganyi still ku nsonga nga ezireetedde bino za byabufuzi. Chairman wa LC3 amanyiddwa nga Mijwala omuweereza w'abantu akubiddwa bubi nnyo ng'amukubye ye mukulu oli agambibwa okuba nti alina oluganda ku President Museveni. Gwa muntu aina oluganda ku President Museveni kiki kye wabadde osuubirayo? Wabadde oyagala kufuna sympathy? Kiki ddala Nina Roz ekyakubagudde okubeera nti oyolekera ne wessa mu ddeni n'ogenda ku mukolo gw'omanyi obutereevu nti abasingako ba kibiina NUP kyevuganya obulungi ekibiina ki NRM National Resistance Movement. Mu kifaananyi ye mwana muwala amanyiddwa nga Akankunda Nina agamba nti omulundi guno abantu b'e Sembabule bakuba nti beesigaye okufuuka woman MP ow'ebitundu by'eno. Wabula embeera eyamutuusiddwako bangi bakyagivumirira. Wabula abangi beebuuza nti kijja kitya Nina Roz okubanga yeesanze ng'ali ku mukolo guno ogwabadde gujjuddeko bannakibiina ki NRM. Wabula ate era mukadde ke kamu Nina Roz n'abeera nga ku mukolo guno yazze ng'ayambadde red beret.
First things to do when you get a new phone, part 3. Stop doing this. You don't need to delete
Ekigambibwa nti abasaidi eri bo baawulidde nga abeera abaweebudde okujja ku mukolo ng'abangi ba NRM ate ye najja ng'ayambalidde ddala n'enkofiira eya people power eya langi emmyukirivu. Kati gwe mukwalo gwa
It looks like she provoked them. Because she was the old man out, you could see. Just one person with a red beret.
nge eddakiika eno ali mu kulaba YouTube channel eyagaliwo osobola okumbuulira ku babiri ani yabadde omukyamu Nina Rose ogenda ku mukolo oba abadde ku mukolo okulaba Nina Rose ne bamugamba.
Yes. What do you think about this video? I want us to look at some of more reactions. Let's look at more reactions. What did people say about the situation? And do you think Nina Rose was in the right place or in the wrong place? Let's see some of the reactions. Where is it? Nina Rose. Where is it? Okay. Let's start with the Uber guy. Uber guy is saying, Choka, you were even putting on yellow. Oyo mukazi. Choka, you were even putting on yellow. That is Urban guy. Then Nina Rose replied, that is not yellow, but it was gold. Then Kama Freddy, you were not invited. I'm going to advise you to open a case. I'm going to advise them to open a case against you. Criminal trespass. So Kamkama is saying, in other words, that you are lucky that you are not arrested because of the criminal trespass. Then we have Tabs. Tabs is saying, Humura mnyanyas. That's a clear indication that your message is reaching their comfort zones. Keep spreading the message of change and keep the humidity at its peak. One day. That is Tabs. That don't be demotivated. Just humura. Then Justice Hunter. This is appealing, and none came to your defense. This shows how Uganda's politics is so polarized. Don't let politics divide us. There is life beyond politics. That is Justice Hunter. Then also we have Karim. What is Karim saying? Karim is saying that the fact is there is some love for Nina from those people. If it was not, if it was not, the handling was going to be rough and violent. But this one, they removed her from the party softly because she's a human. So Karim is saying that in his view, Nina Rose was not bad handled, that she was handled properly with some respect because of the fact that she's a Muhima. That's what Karim is saying. Then what about Grok Magic? Grok Magic is saying, truly, why would you attend a party why you are not invited? Secondly, with the kind of politics in Zimbabwe and well knowing the relationship the owners of the party had with the ruling government, what would make you attend wearing a Nup cap on? So that is Grok Magic. But also we have Kasereka. Kasereka is saying that there is a chance you don't understand or misunderstand multi-party politics. I'm not sure about what the function was, but if it was political and organized by NRM, you wearing a Nup cap means you are in the wrong place, and if it was a private function and a non-political, then it would be otherwise. So that is Kasereka. That first of all, we don't know the kind of a function. We don't know whether it was a political function or it was just a non-political function. Yes. Then, beautiful Muhima, as if you are a dog. Konkano manyangu. Chaya tahati. Okay, that is it. Mubiru is saying, kindly find someone to manage your account. This is not to downsize your competence in assuming a public platform, but for the betterment of your message to reach out clearly. I struggled to understand what you put out in this tweet. So in other words, Movir is saying that he never understood clearly the English Nina Rose was using, that he should get someone to handle our pages. Then we have Dr. Asuman Rukago. He's saying, you just need to end your hallucinations of war with General Museveni's family. Otherwise, Ugandans will continue to support the president, and maybe you will end up with a permanent mental breakdown. That is Mr. Dr. Asuman Rukwago. Okay, that is what he's saying. Then we have AJ Sesanga. This is so shaming. Were you invited on that function? Were you invited or you just attended? Ex Bongo 4. How can you go to sit amongst them when your dad stole their cows? I remember, I think like 2 months ago, Nina Rose was in court, I think with Rukwago. Remember, Nina Rose's dad was in custody. That he stole some cows. I think this is why this ex-Bongo is bringing up this issue. That how can you go to sit amongst them when your dad stole their cows? Even animals know that if it is a meeting of lions, you an antelope, don't go and sit comfortably amidst them. You're lucky you weren't eaten up. Ex-Bongo. I think the message is clear. Then we have Robert Elvis. Robert Elvis is saying that this is unacceptable. Some NRM people behave like they own Uganda. That is Robert Elvis. Then we also have Melissa. It means you are not invited, period. the owners of the party are the ones who told you to find where to go. Chokoringa. I'm not reading that, but that is what Mesa is saying. That it means you are not invited. That's why the owner of the party told you to go somewhere else. That's as simple as that. At Kunda Olivia, why did you attend a function where you are not invited? Still, that is, I think. Shaka Fred, next time you go where you are invited, not just going anywhere because you have transport. That because of the fact that you have transport to go somewhere, don't go there. That is what Shaka Fred is saying. Next time, wait for the invitation before you go to any place, despite of you having transport. People watching on YouTube, please, you can like, drop a comment. Then we have Mitiana's finest. Buli lw'oyimirira ku mazima oyimirira nga womu. Never expect someone to defend you. You know that song. Nina Rose. All been told by His Excellency Bob Wine. Continue fighting harder. Then we have Alex. Alex is saying, that's the place of provocation. So in other words, Alex is saying Nina Rose provoked those people. They arranged their function and then someone came in without the invitation. So in other words, he or her being kicked out, it is because of the provocation. So Alex is saying the place of provocation, you were yet to learn politics. He's saying you are yet to learn politics. It's different from music, where you wake up and easily become a star from nowhere. Don Ivan. Don Ivan, what are you saying? Don Ivan is saying that all the women never had hair. And the men always wear these kinds of hats. I think we can leave that comment there. Let's get another comment. Jonathan Gordon. It's like going to Nup headquarters with a M7 t-shirt. What did you expect? So this one is bringing another narrative. That imagine you're a person of NRM putting on a M7 t-shirt. Then you find yourself at the Nup headquarters. What do you expect the reaction to be? So that is a good lesson. Agaba Gordon Joseph. In the Nup manifesto, we are advocating for national unity and equal opportunity. Okay. Museveni must win. That is the name. Museveni must win. What is Museveni must win saying? Did you say peaceful campaign? Was it a campaign, Nyabo? Is the new Uganda coming with rise like yours? Odangamu. Yeah. Madiba, at first I didn't think of what you were going for, but after studying the kind of politics which takes place in Zimbabwe, Nina, you are so brave than some of us men. Good luck. That is Madiba. Okoth Mark, if this was a campaign, I don't think it was open. If this was a campaign, I don't think it was an open one. Sometimes you need to avoid such things. I don't see any violence here to warrant that hashtag. Kandoho Peter. That was someone's party, and of which you are not invited. It wasn't a campaign event. Joy Ashiri. Kama is a bitch. You talk ill about them and then you want to feel welcome. Come on. There is nothing political about this. What comes out of your mouth through your actions will always bite you. I can't finish that sentence because of the language used. Lieutenant Honorable Imi Waruku. Regardless, I appreciate you for a gesture of maturity, discipline, calmness that you demonstrated as a leader. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Temwanda bye mugaso. Abanda bye mu mugaso. Tugende tulonde muzeyi. Yes. Yeso. Checho. Obado inacho ngamba.
That's a by the way. That is Barrister Timo. He was offered some cash from NRM, and now people, Nup supporters were very angry. Yes. Then we have, before we go to Melissa, we have Rax. Put yourself in their shoes. If someone on the other side with the yellow attire showed up on a Nup rally, what would happen? What would happen? Melissa. Go where you're invited. That is Elisa. Prince of Peace. Effects of to avoid the campaign. You know, Nope. They started a campaign of Bonato Babori. So this one is saying that this is the effect of Bonato Babori. In other words, they are reacting to the action. Joshua Okips. A family community-owned nation can never survive in a long term if its people can't tolerate divergent views and beliefs. That a family, community, or a nation can never survive in a long term if its people can't tolerate divergent views and beliefs. We need some more good comments. Papito. But what do you expect? You're not welcome, but you still want to force your presence. Chigwetasya bakamutera igufa omubujenyi. Next time, wait for your invite or make a public rally. That is Papito. Ntungamo's finest. You are not invited to a party. Just go and leave people in peace. They look at you as a muyai with your with your tattoos and kakofira. So Ntungamo's Finest is saying that you should go to a party where you invited. If you are not invited, just go away. That people people gathering there were looking at you as a muyai just because of your cape and also the tattoos on your body. Simply just that. Mr. Diplomacy, he protected his gains. Why don't you get to know your place? You are supposed to go on stage dancing. Rogan is saying, Nina, you are such a brave woman. Indeed, standing for what you believe in, bravery in Zimbabwe, a place where are well known for arrogancy and uncivilized countrymen and women. Hearts of women. Hearts of woman. Hey. Peter Gloria. Peter. Kamama. Take heart. They usually say they chase people with barret, but they are rowdy. But she's quiet seated, chute minding her business. But you see how old lunatics doing to a peaceful woman. So I think there are very many comments, but because we have another video, what do you think about the Nina Laws situation? Take a candle was in the comment section. See you in the next video. Peace.